John's talking about food. Because what did we just talk about? Blintzes or crepes? Yeah, yeah. We had a chef come to our. We had that in a couple of places, but when we were touring, we had a guy come to the room and do blintzes, crepes. And John said he ate 14 crepes. I might have had more. I definitely pushed past a dozen. I know that. Yeah. And what was in those crepes? There was like clotted cream and jam and you had your pick of all kind pralines. It was really something. Very decadent. And you had 14. I had easily. Crepes are like very thin pancakes. These weren't all that thin. They had a little bit of body to them, and there was you could taste in the crepe, in the dough itself, there was very strong essence of vanilla. I believe that you could see the vanilla bean in the crepe. Oh, they knew how to do it. John, I heard an interview of yours. I don't remember again where it was, but it was you talking. It wasn't, I didn't read it. I heard you talking during one of these radio promos that you did back in the late 70s. And the interviewer asked you, is there anything you would go back and do differently or, to correct out of all of the things that happened to you in your life when you were, since you've been alive, since you've been a Beatle and before, what would you do over? And John said, well, I don't know. I guess not get fat. That was the one thing he thought of to say, not get fat. And I looked at we were listening to it together, and I looked at him and I was like, wow. Well, what's so wow about it? Yeah, well, nobody wants to get fat. No, nobody wants to get fat. I really aggressively got fat at one point, and I don't know. I felt like it was the kind of thing that it was like a dirty secret. Nobody should know that I am the type of person who can get fat. Really? Yeah. As someone who has struggled with weight my entire life and various oral fixations, through no fault of my own, I think that's kind of like a real ego. Well, it's absolutely an ego thing. You don't want people to think you have any kind of weakness, right? Or any kind of vulnerability that's so visible, like the drug addicts. I've heard that. I can't remember exactly how it goes, but I know what you're gonna say. If someone's a drug addict, if someone's an alcoholic, you can't always tell by looking at them. But when you're fat and you walk into a room, people look at you and they know that you have some kind of problem, right? Being fat, right? But actually, the entire world is like fat. I mean, unbelievable amount of people are fucking huge and fat. Especially in America. I guess I should really say the Americans, yeah. Yep. And supposedly, unashamedly so. Well, that's them. It wasn't me. But, I have always been obsessed with food, Lena. I love food. And I love to cook and I love planning menus, and I love shopping for food. I love smelling food. I love eating food. I've always loved it. Right. I don't think that's really anything to be ashamed of. No. the God gave us food, but I guess it's like taking it to the excess is that's where the shame part comes in, the loss of control in the face of you know excess. Right, 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 right. So let's talk more. And you were talking then about after you told me about the crepes. Just now, we're just talking about this stuff as the sun goes down. We're talking about Johnny's favorite foods. I said, what else was a favorite thing that you had? He said beans on toast with salted lard, salted like smoky bacon lard, but you even add salt to that, and he loved that beans on toast. That was like a great comfort food. He loved any kind of spaghetti, and I love noodles. Yeah, egg noodles that carries over. I make you prepare noodles every now and again. Actually, I'm glad that I've been kind of laid up because I haven't been able to make noodles, and I feel a little better, a little bit lighter. I don't think we should eat as many noodles as we were eating. I agree, or at least really taper it down a couple of times a week and no more. But yeah, noodles is a big favorite and it's a big comfort food. Also, cheese, I love any kind of cheese. Lena said, well, she shared with me that she loved Tempty whipped cream cheese. Yes, I haven't had that since I was a kid. I don't think at my parents. I never bought it for myself. Tempty whipped cream cheese. Eat it with a spoon. Delicious. Wow, what a conversation, right? Yeah. So where does this day lead us? Well, we're watching a video, a documentary on little Stevie Van Zandt, Miami Steve Van Zandt, of Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band, and Southside Johnny and the Asbury Jukes, and so much more. The Sopranos, right? So this is and this Little Steven's Underground Garage, his radio show, his podcast. Little Steven is a happening guy. He's a real whippersnapper. Asbury Park's own. Oh, Johnny, what are you doing? Oh, I'm giving you a once over. What do you think? Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, what else is your favorite food? Me? Butterscotch. I love anything flavored with butterscotch. I love all fish. Any shellfish, regular fish. Like fish to me is like a huge treat. Like we have salmon packets that just came, and I wild caught salmon. I'm like excited about just having a packet of salmon for dinner. Like I'm totally excited about it because I that's how much I love salmon. Right. You're lucky. Your tastes are pretty healthy. They really are. But I like decadent stuff too. But lately, you find so many great healthy things that are so delicious that I don't really miss any junk food. We never eat full fat. We never eat dairy ice cream or anything like that. The only dairy I indulge in is non-fat Greek yogurt is my favorite, and I have that I try to have that all the time because it's really good for your digestion. Mine anyway. I don't know if you're lactose intolerant. Maybe that's a problem for you. I would check into it. But I like yogurt, very high in uh, acidophilus. How much do I love my little Lena? I don't know. How much do you love me? How much do you love me? We were making crepes for a while, weren't we? We were getting a recipe together, and then we got derailed. Yeah. Hi, John. Hi, sweetheart. Our mom and dad. Just play it by ear and don't let anything but get you down. Don't let bad thoughts move in. Everything, take it all nice and easy. Nice and easy. I'll do that now. And your back, you need to really relax your back just a little more. So I think you're done with this camera work for now. I think we're all in agreement that you can put that camera down for a bit and go back to reading or your documentary or whatever it is. You've shared enough for one day. Okay, Mom and Dad. Hey, John, now you share with me.